Hey everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you this really cute shaker card. I actually only just myself purchased these beautiful metallic sequins, and to be honest, as soon as I saw them, my first thought was they will go brilliantly with the coffee sweet. So I thought, why not make a shaker card and put some inside, and I just think they look really good. First off, I'm going to explain that I have my dog sleeping in the windowsill in front of me here, and I also have the window open because I can't reach it to close it because I've set all this up. So I do apologise if she starts barking or if there's a load of noise. But if she is good, I might just spin the camera around and let you have a little look at her as she's asleep when I've finished. But I'm going to bring you my card anyway. And I also plan to do this one the next one slightly different. On this one, I'm hoping you can see that I heat embossed the gold sentiment here on the acetate on the window sheet. I can't decide if I like it like that or not. Yes, it does look quite nice, but I'm going to have a go at doing it on the piece of vanilla that's behind, and we'll just compare the two and see which looks better. So I'm going to start off. So here are all my bits that I need. So I've got my early espresso base and my early espresso layer that obviously I die cut the coffee cup out of. I have a square of very vanilla that will sit just behind there. I have a layer of very vanilla that will go inside, which obviously this is where I've used the die cut because I thought I didn't want to waste it. So that's there. I'm going to pop that to one side, and then I have my window sheet here and a piece of Whisper White, which is just for doing the lids, even though now I've realised that I actually need vanilla, so that's no use. So we'll start off by die cutting the coffee cup out, I think. So I'm using the coffee cups framelets, and I'm using the largest one here. And then I'm going to grab my Big Shot, which I actually put away foolishly and didn't bring closer to me. So let's bring this over. So in comes my Big Shot. And obviously just remember when you're doing this that you need to remember where you're placing your coffee cup, because you don't want it too far high or too low. You just sort of want it almost in the centre. If you're looking at this one, it's just slightly down from the centre, which roughly is where mine is there. And just make sure that you've got an even gap here as well, because this is obviously the front piece of the card. You can't get away with hiding it if it's a bit wonky. So we'll just run that through and pop these out of the way just for a moment. I'll put that away. So those are my die cut bits, and pop that die away. So that I'm just going to put with my vanilla layer, because that's obviously what's going to go inside. And then with this one, as I said, I want to do this one slightly different. So I'm going to put my window sheet on straight away. So I'm just going to use a glue dot in the four corners, because it doesn't need a great deal to adhere, and then just pop that in place. And then I'm going to pop that out, and I want to do my heat embossing. So in comes the usual, my Versamark, my embossing buddy. Just give that a... This also helps with regards to the static when you're putting your sequins in. So I need my Coffee Cafe stamp, and I'm just going to use this one here, and my D block, and then obviously my Versamark. Bailey, don't you start barking, which I'm just going to pop in the centre there. She is going to start barking because somebody's walking past. That was the one thing I feared. Let's hope she barks as I'm using the heat tool. That might be a way of covering it up. Right, so I've got my gold powder, which always goes everywhere. It doesn't matter how careful I am, it always goes everywhere. So just popping a covering on there. And then put my lid on because I don't want to blow it all away with the heat tool. And again, the good thing about doing this on the inside is that if I make any mistakes, then it will be hidden. Okay, so just grab my heat tool and obviously just heat this up now. I also find as well that when I heated the acetate, obviously because your card bends, so does the acetate, and it didn't have that clean finish when it was adhered to the card front. So that's why I want to try it this way this time. Just turn it round so I'm not burning my fingers. So just heat emboss that, and I think we got away with Bailey not barking, which is a bonus, trust me. So bringing back in these, so I want to stick this down, so I'm just simply going to use some snail, and just to make sure I get the placement right, obviously this doesn't have adhesive on yet, so I just want to place this here and then place my layer, which will place this in the right way. And then we need some beautiful foam adhesive strips, which as you can see have been used very well by me. And where are my scissors? So I'm simply going to cut these in half because that's sort of what I need, and then just peel them off and stick them on. It doesn't have to be exact. Like I said, I just need to make a box around the coffee cup. But I do want to try and keep them within the vanilla, because if you have these ridges here, then they're going to get stuck and it won't look as nice. So I need to measure this bit now. So I'm actually going to cut this sheet in half because it will make it easier for me doing it. So that should just about do it. So come on. So I'm just going to pop this one just, oh my goodness, that was way off, wasn't it? So I'm not too worried about that small gap there. And then the second one, just pop across the bottom. Don't know how I managed to cut that so wrong, that's crazy. So we now all have all of that in place. Now I'm just coming back in with my embossing buddy and just giving that a wipe. As I say, it just prevents the static when it comes to putting your metallic in, so when it comes to putting your sequins in. So I put my sequins in first just because I don't want them sticking to this, and you don't need a massive amount. That's probably ample for what we're doing. And then very carefully take these off, and the reason I say carefully is because if you by any way, shape or form shake, flip, knock your card, these sequins are going to jump, and trust me, they will adhere to these strips quicker than you can say anything else, because they just love it. And I've just realised I've not put my ribbon across the top of this before I stick it down. So before you do all of that, make sure you put your ribbon on. So crumb cake classic weave ribbon, beautiful ribbon, and I've just grabbed my tearing tape. It's a good job I realised before it's too late. Mind you, because this is quite low down, you would have been able to adhere it anyway, it wouldn't have mattered too much. So just whiz this along, and then take the backing off, have you seen the new Cafe, well, it's Merry Cafe Christmas edition in the new catalogue of this? I think it's really quite cute. I don't know if I'm going to get it just because, well, to be fair, I wasn't going to get this and then I did, so we'll see. But hey, who knows. So now you've put your ribbon on, you can pop this on, and obviously you just need to try and line this up as best you can. And you can see those sequins already jumping at my window sheet because of the static that's on them. So you just give this a nice little press, and then hopefully, there we have it. I actually think I prefer this one. We'll see what you guys think when we've finished it completely, but yeah, I'm preferring this one, I think. Anyway, so corrugated elements, again, another fantastic piece of the suite that I absolutely love. Obviously I did the oval and the heart on that one. I think I'm just going to do the oval and the tag on this one. And I just used glue dots for these as well, more because it was being adhered to the ribbon and I wasn't sure that snail would do it. It probably would, to be fair, because it is good strong glue. And as you can perhaps see, I've got a bit of a wave going on here in my ribbon. So corrugated elements are going to hide it. And then I just pop another glue dot onto that one. And then I think I'm going to put it at an angle. So I now need the lid for my coffee cup and these two little coffee cups. So the little ones are actually from the DSP. I just cut them out, and within the framelets there is this little one that fits perfectly. So I need that, and I also want the lid piece. And then I obviously need, oops, let me just grab my block, clean that stamp. So I'm just going to clean that one off, put it away, grab my lid, and then I'm just going to quickly scoot over and grab some vanilla because that's the one I didn't get out. No, it's not really big enough. That'll do. So I've got some scrap bit of vanilla here, and I actually used Sahara sand on that one and then crumb cake on this one, and I actually prefer crumb cake, so I'm going to go with crumb cake for both of them on this one. So I just need to stamp two lids. Like that. And then, yes, and then I need another piece just to stamp. And I'm just going to use this one just to stamp that other little sentiment in there. This one, Life Happens, Coffee Helps, which I'm also going to stamp with crumb cake onto vanilla. Put them away. And then this piece here, which is the same as this one. This does cut, and this actually gives you that ribbed effect, if you like, of your holder. If you remember your cup holders, you have those. And so I just need to pop this all to one side so I can bring the big shot back in and get these all die cut. So in comes my big shot. So I'm going to be clever here and try and do as much as I can in one go just to save time. So let's pop those on and one of those. So there's my little coffee cup. So that's that one. One lid. So that goes on that one. It's always hard to see when you can't quite look directly over. And that goes on that one. Wonderful. So let's put the lid on and run that through, and then I just need to do one more lid and one more little coffee cup. So just pull those out, pop that there, need those, take that out, and then just back in with these. So last little coffee cup, and then last lid, and run this one through. I think I might be in need of a new plate on the bottom of my sandwich. I think it's getting beyond loved now. Getting a bit weary rather, so right, that's that out of the way. So the pieces I now have are here. Get rid of my rubbish. I am such a tidy freak that if I don't put stuff away, I feel all out of sorts. So bring all these elements back in now. So here's our original. So we just need to pop a lid on this coffee cup. So I'm just going to use snail just to run the lid on, which sits there. And these two little coffee cups are going to go at the bottom. Which I've just sort of overlapped and put a bit of an angle. So that's the front of my card done. And then on the inside I have my layer here. So again, this is the original piece of the coffee cup that I die cut from the front, which I just sort of popped at a bit of an angle. My little sentiment to sit on the bottom. And now what I usually do to line this up is I go right down the bottom and then I slowly bring it up until I see that the bottom is equal, and then I stick it on, and then just my lid to go on this one. And then snail on the back and pop it on the inside of your card. And then obviously we can just fold it over, get the bone folder and crease it. And there we have our two shaker cards, both made slightly differently. And like I said, I think I prefer the embossing underneath. What do you guys think? Let me know which one you prefer, because I'm not sure. I like them both, but I do think I prefer this one at the bottom. It's a bit clearer and a bit cleaner. So there are my cards. Thanks for watching, guys. All the information is on my blog and the link for that is below, as is the link to the shop to purchase items that I have used, which are all available in the annual catalogue. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.